Today we will see how we can subset a data frame in Python. So if we have a bigger data set and we want to take a chunk out of it, so how we can do that. So there are basically three methods of doing it. The most popular two of are ILOC and LOC method, and there is a third one also, IX, and I'll talk about each of them and their areas of expertise of all these methods with an example. So let's go to our Python notebook. I import pandas as PD and I read in the data. Okay, so before we start, there are basically two type of which method we use, iloc or LOC method. That depends on whether the data frame is a numbered data frame or a labeled data frame. So let's see what I mean by that. So first, when I read index, so this is when this is the data that we are going to work with. So this is a number index df data frame, okay, because this is the index and they are all numbers. So when we have a numbered index, we use a iloc method. Okay, we use a iloc method when the index is a numbered index, so it's an integer form, then we use iloc. And the second case that is there when this index is not numbered index, they are labeled index. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. Okay, so the second case is labeled index data frame. So I would make a data frame from here which would be a labeled index. Let's name it label index df. Set index, we'll make id the index dot copy. Let's see, index dot head. Okay, so here we can see id is the index and it is a labeled index. It's not numeric, it has labels. Okay, so this is my so I write num index dot ILOC because it is a numbered index, and within bracket I would pass the row and column separated by a comma. Okay, and we have to remember that it should be a integer. Okay, so suppose I want to take second to fourth row, so I would write 2 to 4, and I want to take the columns. I would like to show something that number and position, these two columns I want to see. So basically I want to see this part 20 SG 15 C. Okay, this, and 8 8 and PF, this is the part of data that I want to subset out. Okay, for that I would select 2 to 4 row and column. This is column number 0 1 2 3 4 5, so 4 and 5. Now here is a catch, is that if I mention 4 to 5, this gives only 1, because in iloc this one is not inclusive. Okay, if we say that starting from m to n, this n is not included. So in order to include the fifth, we have to write the next one. So here we have these number and position, and the same goes for row also. To include the fourth one, we have to give the 1 plus 4, so I have to give 5. So this is how we have extracted the the subset. Now if we can also do like, if we want we want to output the first 6, so we don't mention anything. So this is the comma that goes for the row and the column. So we want to print all the rows from 0, so we may not include the 0 here and say this means from beginning to say 6. That means it would include only the 5, fifth till it would do only print only till fifth one. Okay, because 6 is not inclusive. And then suppose here I want to do a 2 to 5, or we can say 2 to this, so it will do 0 1 2. So department to sub, it will do we have not mentioned any ending limit here, so it would print all of it. Okay, so this is how it goes. We can also keep one open, keep one end open to get all of this from that. This include means either from the beginning to 6 and 2 to end. Okay, so this is a simple process where we use .iloc. So we use only numbers. Now in the case where we have a level index, we know that we cannot use a iloc method because this is not integer, and if it's not integer we won't be able to run it. Okay, so there's one more thing that I want to show, that is most of the time we have the rows in numbers but the columns are in they are level columns. So can we do a iloc where we pass a number here and provide a level in the column header? Let's see if we can do that. Number iloc, and suppose I do 2 to 5, and here let me pass say age and say dog. Okay, so we can see here that if we do this run, this shows an error. Okay, and what it says that iloc requires number index and got this. So we cannot, we have to provide the column headers also in numbers. Okay, so now when if we have a level index like that, we would use a LOC method. So we use a loc method. So let's see how we do it. We provide the name of the df and write LOC, and we pass the row labels like this. Say 1, say 2, B, 2, 5, A. This is the row that we want to extract, and in columns, let's say we want the age to be the sub. Okay, okay, I forgot this would be a comma. So this is what we got here. Okay, so it successfully extracts, and in this case we can see the, as this is not position, it is providing the hard-coded level, so the last one is included, 5A is included, and sub is also included. If we want selected columns from this data frame, that also we can do. Let's say column equals to department and say number and say age. Okay, and we can pass this in a LOC. Say let's select this one, and in columns if we pass this list that we have created that has not consecutive columns. Here we have selected only 3 of them. If we pass it, we can still get the data like this. And so this is the basic thing. So the simple and basic thing is that if we have a numbered index, we use a iloc method and we provide both the row and column details in numeric form. And if we have a leveled index, we use a LOC method where we pass both the details, row and column, in labeled forms. Okay, what happens if I pass it a number, say 224, it throws an error and it says that it is not expecting an integer. Okay, and set. And if we pass this as let's say 2 to 5, this will also throw an error, because so we have to provide both of them in terms of levels. Now this is where the next requirement comes, is that most of the time what we have to do is that if we have a data set like this, we generally give the row numbers in integer and the columns number in as the name of it. So how we can extract it? Okay, so there are basically two methods by where we can, the mixed format we can use. In the mixed format, by mixed format I mean to say is that it's to define a mixed format, okay, where I would use the row in terms of as a numeric figure and the column as a text figure. So this is what we would pass, and how we can extract that. So for this case we are assuming that we have a numeric number labeled data. Okay, so we have this data numdf. Okay, this is the data we will have. For mixed format, we want the rows to be in number forms and the columns would have column labels. That is the general format of data that we get to handle most of the time. So how to extract a subset of it is that provide the name of the number index data frame dot. Normally we use LOC, but here we would not use, normally we use ILOC, but here we will not use ILOC. We will use a LOC with the numbered index data frame, and here I would pass, say, row in terms of numeric figures as we expected, and column, say I would have company and say sub. And if we do that, we can extract the details like this. So for the mixed format where the rows are numbered, columns are indexed, we use that type of data frame and LOC method. So this is what we get. And there is another method, that is the third that I have mentioned, IX method, and this is what I use most of the time, and where we can this is the advantage of IX method is that we can extract any form of data using IX. So for a number index data dot IX, I can see I want 2 to 7 row, and in column I want to have, say, company. It would extract the data. Okay, and the two things is that it throws an error, and you can ignore this error. And the thing is that in case of IX, the last limit is inclusive. See, the 7 is inclusive, and I can do it without this square brackets if it is not if we are taking from middle, then we can use a square bracket. Otherwise we can simply write it with a colon also, so it would extract. We can see that it has successfully extracted the data. And if we want to, we can also pass we have done created a list called call. Here, no, it's somewhere here. So we have picked and choose some of the columns. So we can also pass that here, and it would do its job. And we can use IX when we have a labeled index also. In case of labeled index also, I can use IX and pass anything, a number or and it would extract it. I can give here the labeled index also 1A, and it would do its job. So yes, so this is something where we can use everything. Sorry, I have missed it. So it extract everything. So IX is one thing that works everywhere, be it labeled index or non-labeled index. It just throws an error, and we have to remember here in case of IX the last limit is also included. Okay, and now if we want, before I conclude this video, if we want to know if there is any way by LOC or ILOC method we can do it, there is also a method. I think I have shown that above. Yes. So by using LOC also we can do that, but keeping this mind that when we have a numbered data frame, when we have a numbered data frame we use iloc with numbers, when we have a labeled data frame we use LOC with the labels, and if it is a mixed format then use a numbered data frame with LOC. That's a bit confusing at times, so what I do is that I prefer using IX and I simply ignore the warnings. And so this is it, and before I conclude I would like to show one summary. So to summarize, there are three methods: iloc, loc and IX. So the rule is that iloc is used when the index is numbered, LOC is used when they have labeled index. Number two is that format is same in df.iloc, and within parentheses we pass row comma column. Here we use df.loc row comma column, and here we pass .ix row column, and it retrieves row in ILOC. The B part, the I have not mentioned properly. We know that if you write A to B, then the last index is not inclusive. In case of LOC, the last index is inclusive, and in IX also the last limit is inclusive. Suppose we write 2 to 4, so 4 is inclusive. Okay, only in case of LOC, if we mention row number 2 semicolon 4, the 4 will not be inclusive. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.